This is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. In lieu of the craziness going on, protests, riots, etc., I think this is an important space to be in. I'm so strongly guided to share with you. We have coming up on Thanksgiving Day, November 24th, the Jupiter-Pluto square of transformation. And I posted a really brief, good article about it from Astrologer Lynn Hayes. And she said, summing it up, the world is changing and there's no room for the past to linger. But the problem is, many of us are allowing our belief systems, old belief systems that will not serve us as we step into the new 5D, the new earth, the new consciousness, to emotionally take charge. And of course, it's going nowhere. It's quite obvious, isn't it? So this transformation arriving as our Thanksgiving dinner guest this year, Jupiter is expansion of the higher self, good fortune, wisdom, and it's a wonderful, as we've discussed, planet, and it squares Pluto. Squares can be very difficult, but Pluto, it's the planet of transformation, and it's going to insist you go deep into your truth to transform. So you can put these together positively, and it'll be a tremendous leap forward in your ascension and the planet's ascension. Or you can struggle, stay angry, stay afraid, hang on to your belief system that, the left, the Democrats, they have the answer. They care about the earth. They care about the people. And the conservatives saying, oh, they're giving our world away to the immigrants, and on and on you go. Whatever your point of view is, I've told you, I could care less about this election and its ramifications, only to the point where I see how it's shaking you up so that you can take advantage of the transformation and the Jupiter-Pluto, as Lynn calls it, dance. And it can be a dance, and it can be almost incredible, wonderful dance. I will share my own personal story with this, perhaps at the end if it's not running too long. If not, it is in my written portion. But these planets are squaring each other to push, prod, and open up that which is hidden so that we can become our highest selves that we can possibly be during these times and take that quantum leap. Beliefs that we're hanging on to, these beliefs that this system or that system is the right system and the only system, of course, we've talked about they're based in duality, but even beyond that, beliefs are based on information and knowledge that you've learned in the past and you have accepted for as truth. They may have served you while we were definitely staying and poised in duality. They may have served you, but that's not the case anymore. And they don't serve you, and they keep you recycling back to a place where you cannot bring in the new paradigm while you're parroting these beliefs that you're hiding behind. And do you know what you're hiding behind? You're hiding behind the anger about the world situation and the fear that you don't feel safe. And so these beliefs, if they were to be what's happening on the world, you would be safe. Well, maybe, who knows, but you'd also be stuck and you wouldn't be ascending and transforming into the new earth. You can't do it in the old belief systems. And yet what amazes me is I see so many posts by so many deeply amazing people, friends and so forth, that seem to want to get lost in the protests and if you're going to protest, change yourself. That's what needs to change, yourself. We are here to come together, not be pulled apart. Obviously, neither of these candidates are here to save the world, and that's being shown over and over again. So, gosh, I think the Jupiter-Pluto dance and transformation is here to help you and to say, let it go. Whatever you're needing to post, whatever anger, whatever your point of view, let it go, because you can't create the new, higher vibrational you in these old belief systems, be they liberal or conservative. Can't be done because they're in the 3D old vibration of duality. Let that sink in a little bit. What I saw this week in my clients, as well as the world events, as well as myself, it's that the spotlight keeps focusing brightly on this divide. And we've talked about it before, and yet still, so many of us go back to that space. Remember running back into the burning barn. Two great quotes that came to me while I was writing this. One is in a Chinese proverb that says, "May you live in interesting times." The hint being they're going to be difficult, but they will be interesting. And then an Italian quote, which I just love. "Since the house is on fire," meaning your belief systems and your foundations, let us warm ourselves. Let us warm ourselves. Let us use this energy of the banging and clashing to create something new instead of more banging and clashing. Makes sense, right? You know, last century physicist, let me get his name here, Niels Bohr, shared this great quote, I guess, to Albert Einstein. And I got this from Greg Braden's book, Deep Truth. Fantastic book. But his quote was, scientists, these are scientists, right? He's a profoundly amazing physicist. "It is the hallmark of any deep truth that its negation is also a deep truth." There you go. You have a deep truth, it's taking you somewhere, and it's preparing you for the next deep truth, which you will never get if you focus your eyes on that physics experiment that you're going to hang on to. And that's the trouble with a lot of things in our world, whether you're talking medicine, the fear of the doctors and the pharmaceuticals, and hang on to that's the way. Or on the other side, hang on to only through herbs are you going to heal. And you're not going to create the new and spectacular world that's waiting for you. All you have to do is move through your pain body that absolutely doesn't want to let go of these beliefs. And, you know, to help you in that, you're going to feel, as you're letting go of any belief, you feel very vulnerable and exposed, because there's nothing for you to hide behind. You haven't coalesced and created your new belief yet. And so you're going to feel first anger. You're going to project it out. A lot of that going out. It's all about them, all about the bad guys, all about the pipeline, all about white supremacists, all about letting immigrations overrun our country, whatever it is. It's not all about any of that. And deeply, you light workers, you know that. So this Jupiter-Pluto dance is a true wake-up call, a true opportunity, and things aren't going to be going your way very well. It's going to be a very difficult square for those who insist on hanging on to being right, to that belief system, because you're too frightened to feel the grief and pain of separation of that old belief, so that the new belief can take root within you. So unraveling long-held beliefs is a very difficult inner journey, and we are in the midst of it, make no mistake. As Ezekiel has always told me, whoops, I lost that. I don't know is a good place to be, because it's the only place you're teachable. But I don't know doesn't feel good, because if you know something, you can hide there. You can hide there for a while. So we're moving beyond that in the ascension and shift process. So wrapping it up, if this resonates with you, what I'm saying, please take it in energetically. And do watch Matt Kahn's latest new video, link here. It's called The End of the New Paradigm, where he walks you through, step by step, how to move through the emotions that will come up as you truly let go of an old belief system. You've got to take that journey. It's the only way through. Some people will get it instantly and very quickly. I got it very quickly, but where I got hung up is where to apply it to my own life. And I'll go into that more deeply below, because I had a huge revelation Well, I guess I'll address it really quickly. What I discovered is the inner belief system that's kept me locked up, is that I had a hidden agenda in my role as a teacher, in my role as one who shares with all of you. And I have hidden behind that role from what is a deeper truth, which this is about my personal immersion into the divine within. And the only way I can get there is if I come out from behind the role I've been playing to myself. Not that I'm not here to help you, but to myself as teacher, and that I came here to be one of the way showers, whatever. That's a role, you know. I came here to merge with the divine, as all of you did too. And I'm determined to do it in this incarnation. So that's bringing about a real change in everything I do and how I express myself. So that's my personal part of it. So take your time with this. It's deep truth. And anything deep needs to be yanked and pulled out by the roots. So before you make your next post, before you complain about this and blame Monsanto and I mean, all those things are happening, yes, but the only way to change them is by merging with the divine inside yourself. Therefore, out of duality into power. So have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you get to waltz the Jupiter-Pluto square instead of have it be a frantic hair-pulling dance. Have a great Thanksgiving. Not sure exactly when I'll be back with you. I'm headed to Florida after Thanksgiving. Take care of who you are. Bye.